Warning. This video contains adult humor, graphic dialogue, and certain material which some may find offensive. This video is a form of art intended for entertainment purposes only and not for children or easily offended viewers. The jokes and verbiage used in this performance do not represent the views or beliefs of the actor portraying them. Your discretion is highly advised.
Yo!
What's your favorite scary movie?
Nope, fuck off. It's that fucking easy. Scream. Not to be confused with this or this. It is the latest installment in the meta horror franchise and sees the return of David Arquette, Neve Campbell, and Courtney Cox. In the film, the quiet town of Woodsboro comes under attack when someone takes their love of scary movies way too far. As teenagers begin to die off one by one at the hands of an unknown assailant, a young woman must find out how she plays into the killer's game. Blah, 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 blah. To say you've seen all this shit before would just be a bit of an understatement, just a little bit. But for this particular movie, I think that's kind of the point. For all you stupid-ass sweet potato dicks that haven't seen the movie yet, this is your spoiler warning. Give me the good stuff. Kills, gore, humor. Ain't no dicks shooting blanks in this one, motherfucker. There are some tremendously creative kills in this movie. And the fucking gore is on point. There were definitely a couple bits where I laughed my head off. That part where Richie goes down to the basement to get beer and he's like, I'll be right back. And then he's like, ah. And then she's like, ah. I was like, ah. And we're all like, ah. That was great. I thought that Richie was without a doubt the best new character in the film. Obviously, it's fucking great to have the Legacy crew back. Always had a major crush on Neve Campbell. Love Courtney Cox. But this movie definitely felt like it was David Arquette's time to shine. Felt like he finally got an opportunity to be a full-blown badass. Like the badass I always wanted him to be, which was really cool. And then the obvious segue from that is to talk about fucking spoiler warning, Dewey's demise. I really thought that it was time for someone to go. The obvious choice would be Dewey, but the motherfucker went out like a goddamn champ. 2 fucking knives just and then there's that fucking pan away where Ghostface is standing over his body, and that was just a gorgeous goddamn shot. Fucking beautiful. And it was also pretty great to have Skeet back as well. And now it's time to talk about the shit! There's a lot of beats that felt very familiar to Scream 4. Like a lot. There's a party and the killers are boyfriend and girlfriend, and then it's a remake of some sort, and people just never shut up about Billy and Stu and just, all the things that they did. Shut the fuck up about Billy and Stu already. There's like fucking 5 other killers in the franchise. Shut the fuck up about them. Do it. Zip. I love me some Billy Loomis, but the motherfucker is dead. There is no way in fucking hell that Amber is the one that killed Dewey. The person that killed Dewey is like a goddamn 6'1" man that managed to like lift Dewey up with 2 knives. Amber's like 5.5 feet and she's like a $120 soaking wet. Are you fucking kidding me? Logic! There are too many goddamn characters to get to know or even begin to care about because clearly they are going to become Ghostface bait 45 minutes into the movie. Amber's underdeveloped, Wes is there just to be killed, Hicks is brought back just to be killed, Liv's a fucking red herring, and Vince is the most pointless character I've ever seen in a goddamn movie.
The killers were predictable as fuck and their motives were so fucking stupid.
Guys, what can I say? It's an easy movie to love. Not unlike a lonely man falling in love with a lady of the night. Just because you're so desperate for love does not mean you have to settle for it. and it should not be any different with your horror franchises. I really enjoyed this film, but I still found myself wanting more than what I got. The killers, the setup, and the finale all felt painfully similar to what has come before. It's an obvious retread of the original, but there were a lot of beats that felt like they were taken straight out of Part 4, which, for my money, is the better film. In the end, I absolutely think this movie is worth buying and rewatching over and over again in hopes that I may grow more fond of it. With all that said, I do think it's a damn fine film with a lot of fun, brutal kills and a lot of heart, and easily earns its place in one of the best horror franchises out there. Well, that about does it for this episode of the Jony Horror Reviews. I will see all you crazy youngsters next month when we review the immortal classic, Attack of the 50-Foot Saggy Vagina. Until then, you crazy kids be good to each other, be half-decent human beings, and go fuck yourselves. And each other. Just do it. Hard. Get some sex going on. There needs to be more sex, right? Like a lot more. Let's have more sex.